Previously on The X-Files. Being somehow oblivious to the 6'3", 245-pound man sneaking about your laboratory. Look, I get that Hopper knows some shady shit's going down, but to be honest, the consistency of said shit is totally unknown to him, which makes walking into the quarantined area without any sort of safety gear an extremely questionable move.
It's Jim Hopper. Chief Jim Hopper.
Yeah, I've got Jim Hopper.
Okay, the radio someone to confirm I'm meant to be here bluff enabled Hopper to disarm the first dude, but I've got no idea how he managed to get the drop on the second guy, who really should have already had his gun ready to go.
Drink. It'll calm your nerves. And help you think straight.
Yes, please give me the thing that makes it illegal for me to drive to help me think straight. Even in the 80s, this was known to be dumb advice.
Don't look at me like that.
What?
Like how everybody is looking at me like I'm out of my damn mind.
Considering the thing she's claiming is that a demon monster stole her child while she was communicating with him through a membrane to a nightmare dimension hidden in her living room wall, a couple of sideways glances are probably fair.
You remember your Aunt Darlene?
No, this is not that.
Well, then here's a sin for not giving us a flashback of that one time crazy Aunt Darlene beat up the milkman, mailman, and garbage man on the same day because she thought men in uniform were challenging her authority. How am I supposed to calculate the level of Joyce's sanity if I don't have an example of Aunt Darlene's peak craziness?
Will.
5 episodes in and Matthew Modine's hair is still a sin.
Upside down.
What'd she say?
Upside down.
What?
Upside down.
Come on, kids, say it one more time. You might be able to summon the Beetle Gorgon.
This is where Will is. The upside down.
Like the Veil of Shadows.
Also, something that's always bugged me is how our favorite nerds manage to nail what the upside down is based on the smallest slithers of information they've gathered so far. I mean, all they know is that Will is missing somewhere that's dark, strange, and sort of familiar. They combine that with 11 saying upside down and make the leap to extra-dimensional mirror land instead of assuming Will is being hung from his ankles in his own basement.
The Veil of Shadows is a dimension that is a dark reflection or echo of our world.
And to top it all off, this belief is reaffirmed by a literal work of fiction.
It is a place of decay and death.
As opposed to our regular dimension where nothing ever decays or dies. Also, Dustin narration. I wish I had Hopper's ability to let my sense of adventure take over my sense of self-preservation. No dusty, decay-flaked hallways of an underground lab can stop this man. For where there's no will, they're somehow still a way. I guess you can't get a good read of the situation unless you stimulate at least 4 of the 5 senses. Despite having plenty of time between the sinning of episodes 4 and 5, Waylon and Zayden Duffer have ignored the public outcry to reveal themselves.
Take that down. It's inappropriate.
Evil Dead poster shaming.
You look nice, sweetie.
Complimenting someone who is going to a funeral on their choice of clothing. This room is lamptacular. Kind of get the ones on the bedpost. I mean, they're pretty cool, but why did Will's room also need one here and here? Damn it, I bet that globe is even illuminated.
Just wait till we tell Will that Jennifer Hayes was crying at his funeral.
For anyone who thought Sam nudging Steve to check out Sharon Carter in Captain America Civil War was the most inappropriate funeral scene ever, Stranger Things would like you to hold its dry Eggo waffle. Paranoid character tears up their house looking for recording devices cliche. Oh, cool. And a random blade works as a lockpick cliche. One more cliche and I get a free you'd better come take a look at this bumper sticker.
What, you can tell someone, but they're not gonna believe you. You know that.
Your mom would.
Jeez, Nancy, learn to read the room. This is not an appropriate time for a your mom dig. Also, if his goal is to make sure his mother doesn't go through any more trauma, could I be so bold as to suggest not risking the life of her last remaining offspring?
But what if, right next to our Acrobat, there is a Flea? Now, the Flea can also travel back and forth, just like the Acrobat. Here's where things get really interesting.
They do not.
What are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing?
Being the worst handyman ever? First of all, hanging some drywall would have helped the hole on the inside of the home, and then the boards can be put on the outside until you can get someone out to repair it fully. Second of all, nailing 8 nails in a cluster on the right and 2 on the left is all kinds of Tim the Toolman idiotic and gets you 2 extra sins.
I told you not to take these down.
They were in the way, babe.
Calling any woman that you aren't in a relationship with babe.
Do you even understand how a compass works?
No one understands how a compass works, Dustin. No one.
But God help me, I will keep these lights up until the day I die!
My yearly outside Christmas lights mantra somehow makes its way into this episode.
I cried for a week.
Jeez.
I'm a fan of Thumper.
This kid is alive during the golden age of Disney animated movies, and his favorite character is from Bambi? The year's 1983, which means you have movies like Robin Hood, The Jungle Book, The Rescuers, Peter Pan, and The Fox and the Hound. Yet you reach back to a boomer-aged movie to grab your favorite character from? Get with the times, kid. You'll be left back at Black Cauldron while we're watching Toy Story.
I guess he and my mother loved each other at some point, but...
Skip! This is not how you answer a phone. I know technology's changed, but as a child of the 80s, I can assure you the correct procedure is to state, "This is the Hopper residence. My brother is a fart nugget. How may I direct your call?"
How do we know when we get to the gate?
I think a portal to another dimension is gonna be pretty obvious.
Dustin would be Zool at TVSins. Minority reporting your child.
Yesterday with the Cameron. He's not like that at all.
Yesterday? Episode expects us to believe that only a day's passed since Steve broke Jonathan's camera. They found Will's body and had a funeral since then. Get the f out of here with your yesterday, Nancy.
Oh, I was just starting to think you were okay.
Believe it or not, I actually have a limited amount of skips per episode, and if this show isn't careful with the amount of divorce drama, alcoholic cop drama, and teenage drama, I'm gonna have no skips left for when we eventually send Euphoria.
Maybe the gate moved.
No, I don't think it's the gator.
Why? Why couldn't it be the gate messing with the magnets? It could be underground, a mile in the sky, or the fucking car over here. Dustin, my dude, you're easily the smartest kid here, but you have zero clue how this gate will present itself.
Admit it! First blood. I knew it. Lucas, come on!
I saw her wiping her nose on the tracks. She was using her powers.
Admitting to being able to have done this interrogation hours ago, saving enough time to find the portal and my desire to send the rest of this episode.
Okay. Should be okay.
Or you could leave the f***ing house, right? I mean, this is the sort of search you can never be satisfied is complete. Is this a watered-down Cerebro? These scientists must have never read an X-Men comic. If you want to infiltrate people's minds, all you need is a big room, a bald head, and the desire to sit.
It's been hit by a car.
What car do you know of that has teeth? F***ing Nancy. This tree could be in the middle of Disney World, and Penn Jillette could be inside tempting me with a pack of Oreo Thin Mints and a Brad Bird signed edition of The Incredibles, and I still wouldn't crawl into the damn thing. But Nancy just goes right on in, all alone, as if her friend's younger brother and her own best friend weren't missing and presumed dead.
You know what evil lurks in the hearts of men, for you have seen that evil in your own heart.
What's your name again?
The name's Bond. James Bond.
You're never gonna catch me. You're wasting your time. Forget about it. Go do something else. See you next year.
Hey, kid.
Would you please leave without a fuss right now?
All right, well, I don't know who's been raising you, but I'm gonna get you some new crayons because it looks like he's shooting cabbages.
Oh, my cabbages!
I'm hungry. Let's get a taco.
Supposed to hit the cans, right?
There was no baby, it was full of cans.
I cried for a week.
Tiny baby man.
We've been trying to contact you regarding your car's extended warranty.
Loud noises!